As previously announced, students were set to return to the classroom on January 10th, following an extended winter break. Today, we are announcing a one-week remote learning period beyond January 10th to help ensure schools can implement enhanced measures for the safe return of in-person learning. We know that our youth learn best in a classroom setting. It is our goal to ensure they can return to the classroom as quickly as possible. With that, I'll pass it over to Minister Cullen to provide further details on the announcement today.
On December 22nd, our government made the announcement to extend winter break until January 10th. Today, we are announcing a phased-in approach for return to school in January and are shifting to a one-week remote learning period for most students after the holiday break. This phased-in approach will allow school divisions and schools to have more time to prepare operational plans, including planning for potential staffing shortages and expected absenteeism due to isolation requirements. Discussions with Manitoba Education's response planning team have reinforced the importance of this extra time to plan for a return to class as soon as possible. This planning team has been in place since March of 2020, and it includes the Manitoba Association of School Superintendents, the Manitoba School Board Association, the Manitoba Association of School Board Officials, the Manitoba Teachers Society, Manitoba Federation of Independent Schools, and public health officials. This will ensure public health officials have more time to assess the effects of the Omicron variant. Effective January 10th, this phased-in approach will allow students of critical service workers in kindergarten to grade 6 and at-risk students and students with special learning needs in kindergarten to grade 12 to attend school. Before and after child care programs will remain open for students of critical service workers and students with special needs who are attending school this week. All other students will learn remotely until they return on January 17th. This extra week of remote learning will provide time for distribution of additional masks and rapid tests to schools across the province. Access to rapid tests for all Manitobans will be expanded as the rapid testing kit supply increases here in Manitoba, particularly for schools with high case counts of the COVID-19. We will also be distributing more than 5 million additional child and adult medical masks over the next 8 weeks to increase existing supply in schools. This time will also provide teachers and those over 18 who are eligible to get their booster shots and students 5 and up to get their second dose. To improve accessibility and increase immunization rates, after-hours school-based clinics will continue for students, for staff, and community members. Our government recognizes there are financial pressures related to wage agreements for teachers, as well as the ongoing impact of COVID-19. Today, we are also announcing an investment of up to $80 million in new funding for Manitoba schools for the 21-22 year. Today's investment will ensure our school system is supported, particularly during COVID. Manitoba has exceptional teachers, school staff, and leaders committed to ensuring students reach their full potential. Our investment will enable schools to continue providing high-quality learning for all Manitoba students. With today's funding announcement, our government has invested an additional $200 million for school operations this year alone. This includes $45 million for a 2% property tax offset grant paid directly to school divisions, We've also increased the operating budget for schools. This year, to date, we have invested $63 million to support the COVID response. I will say that Manitoba has one of the highest per pupil COVID funding allocation in Canada. To date, over $330 per pupil. Almost half of this allocation is going directly into the classroom to support additional teachers and educational assistants. The remainder is being used to fund health and safety measures, ventilation upgrades, remote learning, masks, and personal protective equipment.